Potent Pondering back with another video. Yo, please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do uploads. Shout out to all of my new subscribers and my returning subscribers. I wanted to come and talk about this whole ordeal with Nicki Minaj and this exhibition from Spotify, right? So they had the whole women's in hip hop, like the golden era women in hip hop. And yesterday on what was yesterday, Friday, Twitter, Instagram, whatever was going crazy. They was just like, why is Nicki Minaj featured in this exhibition from Spotify? Me personally, I didn't really care about it, right? Because it's just like people are going to include Nikki in what they want to, and that still doesn't take anything away from her. It's just like, I feel like it's a new day and it's a new way for people to complain and all of that. But what actually came out today was a statement from the artist who created it, and they stated that Nikki didn't want to be a part of it. I'll say this, right? Because Nikki didn't confirm whether or not she wanted to be a part of this exhibition, right? What I will say is that this looks like a drawing. It looks like they put together photos. Like, let me just look at this again just to confirm. It looks like they put together photos of different female rappers from different moments, right? To me personally, and I don't know all of the legalities, how it plays into this, but why would they have to reach out to Nikki for clearance on using her in something? To me, it's kind of like listing the top 5 female rappers or whatever they do to include Nikki, right? So I just don't understand. That was just my spin on it. That was my first spin on it. Like, okay, if she didn't want to be included, if they didn't first and foremost, if they didn't include her in it, that's her choice. Nikki surpasses, all of these chicks that's mentioned in there. I don't have no issue with that, right? But also, I feel as though they made a choice to do that. This is my own personal opinion because you just included those girls on there and you use old pictures of them. That picture from Cardi on there is from the Met Gala. So it's like, okay, you put Cardi on there from the Met Gala, you used a photo from Megan that I believe she used for, was that the His photo or another photo? It was some sort of promo, right? But at the end of the day, let's say Nikki didn't want to be involved and associated with it, right? I got two part. I feel like this. No matter what, Nikki was leading and running the game before those girls even came along. So it's like she's in a category of her on her own. And then when you look at it, it wasn't a photo that they all took together. So I don't understand why she would have a problem with it. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, these are the new leading ladies of what? The golden era of hip hop. Let's see what they can do. Let them run it. I could understand where a person could entertain the thought of why wouldn't Nikki want to be associated or whatever? She is still relevant. She is a female rapper of this time. I've seen a comment from somebody who was saying that they feel like that's wrong, that didn't want to be associated. Honestly, I don't think it's wrong, but I can understand them feeling, I can understand the way that they feel, right? I'll say this. If Nikki didn't, if I would feel like this, if I was the artist, how would I feel if she didn't want to be associated? I probably would be mad at her. But at the end of the day, it's still on Nikki to say whether or not she wanted to be a part of this or not. So let's just read the statement that the artist came out and said. So the artist behind the Spotify Women in Hip Hop's exhibition shares that Nicki Minaj didn't want to be a part of the show. I feel like with them trying to come out and do all of that, it's like, what did the people find out who the artist was and they were tagging them or whatever? But anyway, somebody said a month and a half earlier, I was contacted by Spotify to create 11 portraits of general composition for the exhibition, the gold standard. That's what it was called, the gold standard of female hip hop. This was to be my first solo exhibition. I was honored to draw portraits of Cardi B, City Girls, Doja Cat, Flo Milli, Glorilla, Ice Spice, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Saweetie, and Sexy Red. The exhibition was held at the whole New York City in New York, and I can't wait to share a little bit more of this adventure with you in the days to come. Thank you so much for all of your support. This adventure had this adventure, and to everyone who helped make it this dream a reality. P.S. Don't come after me in DMs. Nikki didn't want to be a part of the show. So I do feel like, and I do feel like the way that they said that, it does set a negative tone. So people perceive things the way that they do. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm a fan of Nikki. I've supported her in music. I've supported her in merchandise. I've supported her on tour. So I don't care how you feel about like me and my opinions. I can understand a person maybe feeling like, damn, that's wrong that she didn't want to be associated, because people are always going to mix Nikki with the girls of now, and even they even do it from the girls of yesteryear as well. Her not wanting to be associated and involved in it, I just feel like, all right, let's just look at this as a moment, right? This is just literally just this week's news. This will blow over. It will be over by next week. So it's not like something that's going to go down in history or whatever. This is just a Spotify project that someone was assigned to. So I can see that. It's not anything monumental or important, but I feel like, all right, so this is my true feeling of how I feel. Like, me being a Foxy Brown fan and seeing how they tried to erase her, right? Imagine them asking you to be a part of something and you don't want to be a part of it. And it's like, you know that you lead this and you run it, right? Well, maybe she didn't want to soak up all of the shine from the girls. I even seen something online where a person recreated the photo, and they used like a promo picture of Nikki from, I think it was the Pink Friday 2 era, right? Don't force it. If she ain't want to be in it, don't, it is what it is. But people are also talking because Summer Walker says on the Shade Room, she stepped in and said, I don't even listen to Hella Nikki because I'm an R&B lover, but where is the Queen or Little Kim at least, or Missy? This is mad disrespectful. This is why I make music and go home. The industry is weird. So I'm pretty sure that artist seen that from Summer Walker as well, and they probably felt some sort of way about it. But listen, at the end of the day, again, like I told you, I don't know the legalities around it. I don't know if this is something they can just pull together, use a person. Maybe it's a little more. Maybe it is a legal thing because you're technically using a photo of a person, but we use photos for thumbnails. I just don't understand. It's kind of like, again, like if Billboard said the top 10 artists, top 10 female rappers, or if Complex does the top 100 rappers and they use a photo of Nicki, I'm pretty sure they don't go to her and ask her, can she be involved in it? This is why I'm taking this story with a grain of salt. That's why I had to give all, multiple just variations and opinions of it, because I don't know what's true. I don't know if she really said no. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she really said no, because you have to realize the controversy moves faster. You understand what I'm saying? It moves faster and it gets people to click more, and for people to be like, oh, she didn't want to be a part of it. How do we really know that that's true, right? So you mean to tell me you contacted all of those female rappers? You probably sent a message to their publicist or whatever just to let them know that. And then also, as it plays off of like this artist being associated in this whole matter, you have to realize, like, if this is a business, it's like, say that Mob Channel was under some sort of well, what we want to call it, production crew, right? And they're just like, every day you need to make a video every day. No matter what the topic is, you just need to create and you need to go, right? I feel like with this artist, they were given a task, given a project, and you had to execute it, right? So you had to execute the project. I just don't understand, if you're creating the golden female rappers or whatever, why didn't you just include Nicki? I don't know. I be feeling like it do be a lot of personal things that be associated with these people. It's a lot of personal things that happen with a lot of these people. And you also have to realize this: everybody doesn't love Nicki like we love her. I also have been comfortable with feeling that way too. We know that she's the illest. We know that she's the best and all of that too. But a lot of people aren't super Nicki fans like we are. And, I've learned that, and I think it's probably with my age, because I see how a lot of people perform online, like on Twitter or whatever. I'm one of those people. I feel like this. I like who I like. I support who I support. I don't force anything on you. Like, I see how some people give it up in arguments where they'll be like, yo, say we talking about something and a person doesn't mention Nikki, right? I'm not the person to interject in the conversation, be like, well, what about Nikki? What about this? I let them have it. I let them have it. I let them go on, because my thing is, sometimes people bait you to see what you're going to say. That's very real. And then sometimes you just got to let people have it, You gotta let them have it. But all in all, as it pertains to this story, we don't know what's true. I'm taking that with a grain of salt. Nikki posted online today. She came on Twitter and she put Nikki, Nikki, Nikki. You know what I'm saying? Y'all concerned more about her than the girls who were actually listed that was, in the exhibition. So it's like focus on that. Focus on what matters. You don't want to don't focus on, Nikki as a ways to bring attraction and attention to this whole exhibition for Spotify. Because let me just tell you this, and this is not the shit on the artist or anything like that. I felt like they were honestly trying to expose Nicki by saying that. Now you know that in the future you're never gonna have a chance to work with her. And I don't know why they crossed his or her name out on the shade list. Was it a black woman who actually did that? I don't know. But you never really know a person's intentions. So yeah, I mean, what did they do? These people literally, it looks like they got some picture frames. They use photos of different female rappers. I mean, this is going to be forgotten about by next week. This is why, like, I could see if this was something like maybe from a more prestigious organization, but this is literally Spotify. We know that it's big. Spotify is huge when it comes to streaming or whatever. But in my opinion, when it comes to Spotify, when Nicki is releases new music, she gets on today's top hits. Cardi ain't been on today's top hits since, I mean, they had that song with, Flo Millie's remix. They put it on there for 1 week and it performed so badly they took it off. Cardi B has not been on today's top hits. She hasn't, because her music isn't trending. Remember before, they will always put her songs on there. She's not on today's top hits because she don't tread way like that. So I don't think it was Spotify hate. I think it was individual to that artist. I really, really do think that. That's how I truly feel. You can't say Nicki didn't want to be a part of something. How do we know that that's true? And you know that she's not going to come online to give that more attention. She ain't gonna give that more attention so that you go pay attention to for what? That I'm telling you, by Monday, it's gonna be yesteryear's news. Nobody cares about the portrait. I could come up here right now and give my top 5 MCs, and it's only gonna live for so long. You make videos, they peak out at views. You do new things in the news. People get excited about it. The day that we're in social media, I want to say this before I go. The times that we're in social media. Things are sensationalized for a moment and then we move on. We're always being inundated with different news topics where it's just like one thing after another or whatever, right? Now you keep it in your mental Rolodex, and maybe when I do a video, if it's something that's pertaining or crossing these lines, I might reference this like, in some sort of way. But after I make this video, it's already yesterday's news. You just catch it through the commentary and then I've already moved on to something else. You understand what I'm saying? That's just pretty much how it goes. That's how it goes. This whole Spotify thing. This is not from some sort of prestigious organization that's given an award. Like, even we got to look at the way that we give the Recording Academy clout, because we know that they've awarded some frauds. So listen, potent, pondering, never pandering. I wanted to come and do some commentary on that, right? So let me know what you think about this whole ordeal and with them saying that, trying to expose Nicki, talking about she didn't want to be a part of it. We can't confirm that. We can't confirm it. Just like we can't confirm, like, I personally believe, this is my opinion, I think she has a right to say she didn't want to be a part of it, but I just think that they created it without her, right? Now, if she, again, before I get out of here, if Nicki said that she didn't want to be a part of it, I look at how they do my girl Foxy Brown and they don't include her and stuff. It's like, is Nicki so blessed and feels so fortunate? She's like, no, I don't got to be a part of that. But then it gets to a point where when they start doing that to you, they could never do that to Nicki though. But I'm just saying it more so from a fan perspective of somebody who I love and they count out. So it's like, I hope Nicki is not really like, doing that and telling them to leave her out. But she is more fortunate in a sense of fame than Foxy, different times, social media, the way that she's built up her fan base. So yeah, blessings to everybody though. Potent, pondering, never pandering. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and yeah, I'm up out of here. Peace.